So today we will start with give me a second. Okay. My voice is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Today we will start CICD pipeline. Okay. Before in earlier we successfully done one lab for CICD. That's a minimal CICD pipeline, right? Like we
Yes, the
have a
Jenkins one.
yes, we have a GitHub. This is our SCM. Okay. We called as SCM, source code management. Source code management. There are different types of source code management. There like GitHub is one of the SCM. Then GitLab is another one. Then Bitbucket. Similar type of code management are there. So we go with the GitHub. Okay, GitHub. In our case, it's GitHub. Then we configure Jenkins. Jenkins. Then we deploy our application to a virtual machine, right? VM. This is our previous CICD. So today, remove the old one. Okay. So today we will create a similar type of CICD pipeline, but we integrate so many tools and our deployment part. Okay. I mean, we deployed to not directly to a virtual machine. We deploy our application to a Docker environment. Okay. So this should be our workflow. Like, for example, we have a GitHub account. Okay. Then we will configure Jenkins. Okay. Then our deployment, our application will deploy in Kubernetes. Docker. GitHub. Jenkins. Docker. And in between, before deploying to Docker, we will we will create some steps to we include some more step. Okay, for checking the codes, then checking the dependencies, then uh, scanning the built images. These are a type of security concern. Okay, we need to include some security concern in our project, so that this pipeline should be DevSecOps pipeline. Okay, because in between DevOps we include security concern for our application. So what will we do? In previously we just go with the freestyle project, right? In Jenkins, different project types there. Earlier one we go with the freestyle. Choosing the freestyle project, then give it a name, then choosing the repository. Uh, like we fill so many things there, like you know. So today or now we are going with the pipeline instead of freestyle. So we need to choose the and Nabil is our new join, right? Hi Nabil. Hello. Nabil, are you audible?
Hello, Neville.
Yeah, you can continue. Yes. So we will choose, instead of freestyle, we choose pipeline. So what is pipeline in a pipeline? So coming to Jenkins pipeline, it's we called as a declarative pipeline. Okay, it's a kind of mm, declarative pipeline, and the pipeline language should be Groovy. You heard about Groovy, all of Groovy pipeline. Groovy, it's a kind of language. Okay, pipeline. It's a human readable language, so we can easily find what are the steps and what are the things that we provide in the Groovy pipeline. So, yeah. Coming to real bed pipeline, we are mostly work with the Groovy pipeline. Okay, we need to learn the Groovy syntax and all the things. So in this section, okay, this CICD, we will choose our pipeline project as, sorry, our Jenkins project as pipeline. Okay, instead of freestyle. After that, we will add some stages. Okay, stages in the sense of when there are different stages in our pipeline. Okay, the first stage should be getting the code from the first stage should be getting the
Get a
code,
code from GitHub.
right. So we need to add the stage. So the stage should be like we need to provide the GitHub project URL, then credential. If you need a credential, then we need to provide the credential, and similar details we need to provide to the first stage. Okay. So the Jenkins, when we're running this Groovy declarative pipeline, the first stage will be executed. So Jenkins knows that this should be collecting the code from the GitHub, and the code will in our GitHub. Sorry, in our Jenkins. Okay. So that's the first stage. Similar way, we need to add the corresponding second stage, third stage, fourth one. How many stages are, I mean, as per the requirement, we need to add the stages. Okay. So we will add the stages, and the last stage should be most probably deploying the application to Docker, right? So in between,
Yes.
there are so many stages are there. Now we are going with the DevSecOps pipeline. So we need to do so many perform before deploying to Docker. Okay, the first one is uh, this is considered, this is a Python application. Okay, Python application, Python app. So Python application have some dependencies, right? Like some dependencies are there. So we will download the dependencies from the open community or anywhere. So we need to scan the dependencies. Okay, we have the code. Okay, we have the Python code, but for running this Python application, we need to install the dependencies from open source or anywhere. Okay, but we need to scan the dependencies. Okay, for scanning the dependencies, we need to add one service called uh, open source. Yes, some dependencies scan there. Okay, I will show the sample Groovy script. See, this is a kind of a sample. You can see the screen, right?
No, we cannot see the script. We see only the diagram.
Now it's usable, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, see, this is a pipeline. Okay, Groovy pipeline. So this pipeline have different stages. So first we need to provide the tools details. Okay, so see tools. So under the tools, first you start with the pipeline. Okay, first you start with the pipeline. Then agent any. Under agent any, we need to specify the stages, tools, environment, all the things. So here there is a curly bracket open. Okay, see when starting with the pipeline, we need to start a curly bracket. So under the curly, we need to add the agent any. Then under the agent type, we need to choose the corresponding tools, environment, stages, all the things here. So in this specific application, the tools that we use called JDK11. This is Java dependency kit. Okay. So this is the dependency. Then one more dependency there, this is Java application. So we need to add one more dependency called Maven. And this is the dependency tool. Okay. And this is the dependency tool name that we are using in our project. Got it. We can change the name as per the requirement, any name you can provide. In my case, I am using JDK11 for the tool JDK and Maven 3 for the tool Maven. Then in this specific environment, specific project, I added one environment. Okay, that environment for we need to provide the which type of environment. Okay, this environment is for Sonar Cube. Okay, Sonar Cube in sense of, and I need to checking the code analysis. Okay, using Sonar Scanner. So I am add one environment for that purpose. So the environment is Sonar Scanner. So this is the scanner home tool. Okay. So what is the scanner home tool here is Sonar Scanner. So this is the name of my Sonar Scanner. So we can change the Sonar Scanner as per our requirement. You can change any name here. In my case, I am provided the name Sonar Scanner. So this name should be, we need to add in our Jenkins configuration. Okay. So that I will show you how to add these things. Then we need to start the stages. In each tool, then environment there we will start the curly braces, then closes with the curly. Again, coming to environment, we open a curly, then close a curly. For the pipeline, we didn't close the curly bracket. Okay, we only close the end of the full pipeline. See the yellow mark for the ending for this pipeline. So coming to stage, okay. Coming to stage, this is the main stage, okay. Under the main stage, we add the sub stage, okay. See, this is the main stage. So where we closing this main stage on the, below. This is the stopping of the main stage. See the pink one. Here we open the main stage, and here we close the main stage. See, this curl is for closing the main stage. So under the main stage, we add the sub stages. See, I started the first stage. Under the main stage, I started first stage. That stage is for Git checkout. What is Git checkout? Getting the code from the GitHub, right? So we need a step for the stage. That step, again, we add one more step inside the stage and again open curly. Then we need to provide the actual action. That is Git branch. We need to provide the Git branch. Then the Git branch is the main. Okay, in our case, it's the main. Then we need to provide the URL of the our application, GitHub application. See, this is the URL. So the stage is done. So again, start with another stage that for code compile. This is in code compile. There is another step there. Okay. Then open the curly. Then this sh is a kind of a small script actually. Uh, it's an automated way to check the things. Okay. Like for example, we need to add Apache. So through the GUI, how we will provide the command like using sh, then we need to add the command like install HTTP like that. So the GUI will do the things. We didn't install it manually. So under the sh, this is for code compile. Okay, MVN clean compile. So this is for cleaning the our application code. Okay, using MEF. Then the next stage, see sonar analysis. These names we can provide any name. Okay, like the name that we can see in our pipeline for the stages. These are the stage name actually. Okay. So the first stage name, like GitHub checkout. The second stage name is code compile. The third stage name is sonar cube analysis, like that. So coming to the third sonar cube analysis, this is purely for checking the code analysis. Yes, Amal.
Is the sh mean for like shell script?
Yes.
Okay. So that's like it would open up a shell and run the mvm clean compile like
Right,
as a
right,
command.
right.
Okay.
So yeah. So coming to the stage sonar analysis, okay. Coming to sonar analysis, we add one step for doing the sonar cube scanning. So with the sonar cube, we need to provide the name of our sonar scanner that we provided in Jenkins. So I think now it's confusing all of you, right? So when we go with the, yeah, Amol.
This line 29, why are there the three single, or is that single quotes for
This one, right?
yeah, why do you have?
This is actually our running environment actually in our machine. Okay, so this should be in a mission, right? So the path, then the project name, all things that we provided here. This is purely for the sonar scanner actually. So in this stage, okay, coming to this stage, sonar cube analysis stage, what will happen is the sonar cube, okay, we have a sonar cube, okay. So this script, okay, this shell script, create a file name in sonar cube. The name should be like this: project key Java web app, and it will scan our entire application code. Got it? We didn't go to the sonar scanner and create anything there. It will create it from this stage actually in Jenkins. Got it?
Well, I didn't understand the syntax of the three single quotes. Like, is that a how is that?
When coming to the lab, you will get idea actually.
Oh, okay.
So the next stage, this stage is purely for scanning the code, okay, enter code. Then the next stage is we add one more stage here, that for Docker build and tag. So here, what will happen is we scan some codes, okay. So after the scanning, our code is purely good for deployment. Then we need to what we need to build the image, okay. In this case, we have some Docker images there. So using the Docker image, we build the image and we tag the image, okay. So all things happen in this stage. So coming to the next stage, see, Trivi image scan. Trivi is a tool that we are using for scanning build images, okay, build Docker images. So for example, why we build means some applications vulnerabilities or any issues in our built image, then before deploying to production, we need to scan the final scan using Trivi image scan. Okay, it's a tool. So this tool we need to install in our host machine. Okay, I mean the machine we perform all the things. So in Trivi, we have a step and we need to provide the, this is a command. Okay, this is actually a Trivi image is a command to perform the specific image. So here I provide one name. So this name is Docker image name. So it will scan the latest image. Okay, I'm using the latest index here. Latest image in the sense of in above there is a image build. Okay, so that should be the latest image. So it will scan the latest image. Then coming to Docker push. So now we build the image and tag the image. Then we uh, again scan the image, okay, using the Trivi. Then after that, we need to push our image to Docker Hub. So the next stage, see, stage Docker push. So this stage will be pushing our latest build scanned image to our Docker Hub. So we need to provide the Docker Hub credential, tool name, all the things here under the step. So next thing, the last stage is deploying to container. So after deploying, after pushing our image to Docker Hub, our image is in our, we can say our image is in Docker Hub. Then we will take the image and deploy to container. So this is the last stage. And we add one script for with the Docker registry credential ID. These Docker creds and Docker, these all things we need to save in our Jenkins. Then,
Sir,
yeah,
in some of the stage scripts are added and in few scripts are not added.
sorry.
In some of the stages, I can see in like a script is added, and in some of the stages,
Yes, coming to Docker push and Docker container, we add one script.
okay.
Similar way, I will show you. When coming to build, okay, when coming to build, push, and deploy, we add the script actually before the shell script.
Others are command only, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is there any document where we can
Yes,
find the
how to
how to write the script
yes,
and
there
the
is
steps?
in coming lab I will show you how to.
Okay.
So this is a script actually, okay. So script should like this, okay. Anyone have any doubt? I think now it's confused, right, all of you. But I think it's say human readable language, right? We can say like how many stages are here. There is a main stage there. Under the stages, there are different small sub stages that we need to perform while running this pipeline. And we added environment, then tools. So if the application, this application is I think Java application, okay. So in other applications like Python or Django, Angular or anything, then we need to add the tools. Then tools we need to add the dependency of the corresponding application there. Got it.
So it follows all the stages sequentially in the Groovy script.
Yes. What are the stage we provided? Like 1, 2, 3. It will. There is a priority. First stage execute first like that. For example, in the Groovy, first stage is git get checkout, right? So that should be run first like that.
But is Groovy part of Jenkins or no? It's a separate thing.
It's a part of Jenkins actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in JD you can
So
see like if the environment is Jenkins, then we need to learn the Groovy or we need to know.
We can do with Bash also, right? Instead of Groovy.
Uh, no. Actually, we are mostly work with the Groovy when coming to Jenkins. Jenkins is
Okay.
declarative pipeline. This is called a declarative pipeline. Okay, this is so. In this case, we need to install Jenkins. Then for code analysis, we need to install SonarQube. Then for deploying, we need to install Docker. Okay. Then we need to install Trivy for image scan. 1, 2, 3. Then Jenkins, right? We need to install Jenkins. So we can start with the installation, right?
Okay.
So in this case, okay, uh, we can choose a big size machine, okay? For example, in previously we go with a small size machine. So in this case, I am choosing one large machine, okay? Large machine in the sense of like that machine have that much CPU, RAM. So we can install all the things in the single machine. Got it. I mean, we can install Jenkins, Docker, Sonar, Trivy, all things we can install this is single machine. So it will run smoothly. So I'm choosing Ubuntu. See, I'm changing the instance type to T2 large. Okay, T2 large is fine because the T2 large have two virtual CPU and 8 GB RAM. So machine is launched. Go to machine. So my partial is visible, right? Coming to
Yes.
Ubuntu, okay. Coming to Ubuntu, the default username Ubuntu. At the right, the IP, hit enter. Yes. I'm just updating the package manager. Okay. So first thing I need to install Jenkins. Anyone install Jenkins on Ubuntu?
Didn't remember, but in that lab we use Ubuntu, the first lab.
We use Amazon Linux.
Then no.
So here we can select the OS. Okay. So Debian Ubuntu, choose the Debian Ubuntu. So long term weekly. Okay. See, there is a error. Anyone know how this error occur? How to sort out the error? All of you. I'm audible, right?
Yes,
Yes.
just
Thinking.
seeing the
You have to start Jenkins, I think, right?
I will
Status.
start. Okay. See, I can't start. This is the issue of a dependency because when we installing Jenkins, we need to before we need to install Java. In this case, there is no Java in.
but it has not given anything like that.
Yes,
In the
there is
error, it is not
nothing, but
showing something.
right. So I need to install the Java, install Java, installation of Java, copy. Okay. So I need to run the last stage again. Okay, installation of Jenkins. So I am after installing Java, I try to install enter command. Okay, to install Jenkins. Now I am checking the status of Jenkins. See, Jenkins is active. So I am going to enable the port. Go to security of our machine. Then choose a security group. Edit inbound route. HTTP or 8080. 8080, right?
Yes, 88.
So anyone can access the application, save role.
Is there another screen you're describing? Because we only see a command prompt with nothing
sorry.
written.
Yes, I'm just enabling the port, that's all. Coming to the security group of the machine. Then
Do you want?
sorry.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay. So I am going to access the Jenkins. Yeah, leave it. In the meantime, I will go to install SonarQube. Okay. So how to install SonarQube in this same machine? Before we install SonarQube, right? Using Docker. So first install Docker. Sudo Oh, I lost my connection. Okay, Docker is running. So now I am going to install SonarQube, okay, using Docker command. All are following, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I take a step back and ask some questions?
Yes.
So Docker is a way in which you can create an environment with everything installed in it, right? And so that this container goes to any computer where you don't have to set up dependencies, right? GitHub is a server that will basically give you, particular versions of whatever you're installing.
Hmm.
Now, Jenkins is another server that is basically going to run a series of going to run scripts in stages, like in this stage do all this, then do all this. So now I think with the cloud, like what gets
Sorry, cloud?
using when.
I
The
missed
confusion
something.
with cloud sometimes for me is like which computer are you using when, right? So like if Docker has the image inside it, but the GitHub is a different something from the internet, right? Where is Jenkins installed? Which server is it installed on? You install it on your own machine somewhere in your network, in your VPC. One of your machines will be a Jenkins server.
I will show you. Okay, like you confused about the workflow, right?
I'm confused about which
Okay.
machines are doing what, right? Like, are they separate machines? Are they
This is
everything
our
on the same machine?
GitHub. Okay, this is our Git. So the GitHub. Okay, so there are different way we can perform the same lab. For example, we need to install one machine, virtual machine. Okay, this machine for Jenkins. Then one machine we need to deploy another machine that is for SonarQube. Then yes, then we need to create another virtual machine that is for Docker. Okay, for the deployment. So this should be the deployment machine. Deployment. This is for Jenkins machine, Jenkins server. This is for SonarQube, so SonarQube server, like that. Instead of creating 3 machine, okay, why we create a big machine and integrate all the thing in the single machine? So that's that's the reason I configure T2 large machine, create a large machine and include all the things in the single machine, like installing Jenkins inside the machine, then install Docker. Okay, because I need to deploy our application to Docker, so I need to create a Docker. I install Docker in here, and same way I am installed SonarQube as Docker. Okay, like I use Docker for installing SonarQube. So for both purpose, I install Docker here and install each things, like install Jenkins in the base virtual machine, this machine, and install Docker, then install SonarQube, and after code analysis and all
These
things.
are all separate virtual machines inside a large machine, right? So you're operating them like separate machines.
Right, yes. There is a big machine. This is a virtual machine. And directly install Jenkins inside the machine. Then I install Docker. There is 2 requirements for me with the Docker. One is SonarQube, okay. Installing SonarQube. Then I need to deploy my application to Docker. Got it. Confused, or? I think coming lab you will get more idea, because in coming lab we have one server for our CICD and deploy our application to Kubernetes. So the Kubernetes will be isolated. I mean, there is a EKS cluster there, and we deploy our application to EKS. Okay. So this lab, we deploy our application to Docker. Our first lab is deploy application to virtual machine, right? So this is the second one, how to deploy to Docker. Then there is one lab there, how to deploy the same application or some application to Kubernetes using CICD, DevSecOps CICD. Got it. Amol.
Yeah. This so So these all have to be separate machines because that's how the logical flow is, because the Docker is where the images are deployed. And you want, like,
Yeah,
like you have to keep them all separate basically. Even they might be virtual machines on the same machine, but they have to be logically separate machines.
it's logically separate because Jenkins, we install Jenkins directly to the VM, right? But coming to
Yeah.
Sonar, it's isolated, right? Because it's again we created a I mean we segregated using Docker service, like because this is purely isolated in a Docker container. Consider like there is no connection between these Jenkins or any other Docker application because this is purely isolated. That's why we are using Docker, right? Again, we deploying. I mean, after the execution of this pipeline, we will get a. I mean, we will build Docker image and push the image. Then again, we push our running image to this machine to create another container. That's our application container. And this container and the Sonar container and the Jenkins, each one is isolated. There is no connection. Only thing is all are running in a single machine. That's all.
I don't know if anybody else has this type of doubts or it's just me.
Anyone have any doubt? Shilpa, Pamba, Krishna.
We can move
To be
ahead.
frank, to be frank, it's going above my head. I need to go through the recording again.
Yes, after this, I mean, completion of this lab, you all try to perform on your own machine, okay? Otherwise, because coming to CICD, it's a lot of configuration there. We need to configure end-to-end configuration there for each services. For example, for SonarQube, we need to configure, we need to install plugin, install, I mean, go to the tools of Jenkins and configure the tools there. So many configurations are there. Okay, so now I am going to install SonarQube. Okay, I can directly run SonarQube using Docker command, like sudo docker run. Then we need to specify detach mode, then name.
We are not able to see your other screen.
Oh, sorry. So this is a way we can run SonarQube directly. So this is a name of our Sonar. Then it will be binding the port 9000. Then the image name. Okay, this is not the image name. This is a repository, Docker Hub repository name. So it will download the LTS community. See, SonarQube is running. So in this machine, we successfully install SonarQube and using Docker, we successfully install the Sonar Cube as well. Okay. Now we need to install one more thing that is called Triv. So Triv we install in this machine, okay, because this is our working machine. So all the application or services that we install in the same machine, or the where the Jenkins server, okay. In this case, this is our Jenkins server. So I'm going to install Triv. There is a command for installing Triv. Triv is a service, okay, to scanning the image, Docker images. So I'm going to install Triv.
What does the -y flag do in your command? Install triv -y.
-y for there is no prompt like S or Y. If you include that -y, then it will download all the things instead of showing S or Y in every command. Okay, if you go with the Docker, then we can sudo apt install docker.io space -y. That means it doesn't show a prompt like S or Y for going forward. So we successfully installed Triv. So I think done from this mission. Now we are going to install the plugins in Jenkins, then adding the Sonar and all the things there.
But how do we know that we need to do all these steps? That's what is. Does it come with experience, or is there a documentation where it says that, hey, these are all the required software that needs to be installed? How do we know that? Is this kind of requirement that we need to understand by experience?
Yes, it's a combination of both actually. For example, if you are in an organization, there is a requirement there. Okay, so before that, we need to know and we need to go through the scenarios like this way, or we need to learn. So that's why I included each things like how to deploy to VM, how to deploy to Docker, and how to deploy to Kubernetes. So you will get some idea how these things works. Got it?
In IT, all jobs are like that, right? With experience and with
Yes.
documentation. So
Yes. Yes.
once you start, as these are things are new to us, so it seems difficult. But once you'll start working with your experience and document, it will be like used to an easy thing.
Now I install the services. Just install services. I didn't start the configuration part.
That's why Dev sir says just say you have 5 years experience and get in. Don't tell the truth about it, right? Don't have experience.
What I'm asking is like, see, there should be. I mean, like you started with something and then you got some experience, but somewhere you started, right? It's the same through some documentation or something. So where is that? That's what I'm looking at.
Mm,
So
yeah, it's a practicing actually. practicing like that. And in my professional job, I do this as a daily work. So you got the point, right?
Anyways, for every all these types of work, no, that configuration related, there is means there is a dedicated site, and there you'll get the documentation. But again, it's a scenario basis. Fully, you can copy the document and do the same thing in all the scenario. That comes with experience and
No. One thing I will show you. Okay. Stop sharing. See in this script, okay? See. So, for example, there are different scenarios in a project, okay? Not in a project, in an organization. There are three or five applications there. So the five applications that we need to deploy using CICD pipeline, okay? So from here to below, okay, like from here to the down, you can see it's common, because coming to microservice or containerization, this is a way we perform in every application. See, so this stage is for analysis of code. So it's if the code is Python or I mean C or C hash, any code, we are using the same way. Like we use the same code analysis, and we use the same way to build the image. Same for the Travis scan, same for the pushing Docker push and deploying same. So this should be same in every application. Yeah, here it will change, right? Like the dependencies, the code, where the code like URL, then the compile mode, and this way we need to change accordingly. Got it? For example, this is a JD. This is for I think this application is Python or Java application. Okay, so that's why we are using JDK and Maven here. If it is Python, then we need to add the dependency for the Python application or a C application or any Angular application. So we need to choose corresponding dependency. You got it, all of you.
yes.
Yeah, this is just like an installation script, Groovy. So if it's Python, it will have all the dependencies of Python. If it's something else, it will have all the dependencies
Yes.
for that thing.
I'm like, yes, I'm pointing that most of the stages, okay, most of the stages is common in every application. Got it? I need to access the Jenkins because my machine can't access. I didn't have the privilege. So I am going with to deploy one more machine. Or else we can continue with the configuration next class. Which one is better?
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah, sure.
because it's a time processing lab. In previous section, I
Yeah,
divided
that's
the lab by 2 actually.
Okay, no problem.
okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We
Have a
will
good night.
continue.
Good
Bye-bye.
morning. Whatever.
Yes, we will continue the
Good day.
configuration part and the deployment part tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And sir, please share the remaining videos. Like I
There
think
is
of
2 videos including this one, right?
Datadog, yeah,
Okay, okay.
Datadog one,
I will update.
and observability one. That one.
Right, right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Good day.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Good day. Good night. Good day.